Howdy, hey everybody. Happy Friday. I'm so sorry I'm coming in here late because here's what's happened. I'm like doing my presentation. I'm into it like 10 minutes because I'm like 10 minutes late, right? And then all of a sudden this little error message comes up and goes, "We didn't catch any of that. Something happened on your page. It's not working." And I'm like, no. Anyway, so we're going to start over. I'm so sorry. 10 minutes late is not acceptable, but I was here giving the presentation to no one. So, hey, happy Friday. Woohoo. I'm so excited. It's the weekend, especially after that. So, hey, I'm going to just start over. I got really good practice, right? So I'm super excited to get started in the Art Boss formula. I am just, I'm just ready to go. I'm just ready to go because honestly, I've already done this. So, all right, here we go. Welcome to the Art Boss Formula. I'm Karen Auha. I'm the founder of Momentum Artists and the Art Boss Formula. We are digging into some posting strategies, right? And then last week during our Facebook Live, we were talking about the origin story, right? We talked about the origin story. It was so fun. And I want you guys to like drop some fire bolts for me in the messages. Go, I was there. I love superheroes. And we were able to break apart the origin story. And I love the origin story because you get a little bit more details about a character. We broke it apart into 7 components, actually like 6 components, but you could split one in half, right? Anyway, so 6 components. They were, what are their superpowers, right? What are their pain points? Were they made or did they were born that way? Were they born or made, right? What about how do they strengthen their power? How do they get better at what they do? What or who is their nemesis, right? That was another big one. And then they always have a secret, a secret that they just tell one person that they really trust, but then, oops, the whole audience also knows it. So we were able to break that apart. And then we were able to kind of use that superhero that we are connected with and then create, like, I gave you guys homework. I wanted you to go, what's your superpower? What's your nemesis? What's your secret? And we looked at a grid. So if you haven't downloaded that grid, the grid is all of the components of the origin story. And then on the vertical axis was the type of posting that you can do. You need to go and you need to download that PDF file, and you need to watch the video if you haven't watched it yet. I am going to be pulling these videos off at the end of the month because I am creating a course that I'm putting together and I'm like building it out. And that course is going to be available in the summertime, and it's going to be a paid course. So you guys are getting it for free right now. So you're going to want to watch this. And I just want to give you the heads up. It's coming, and the whole like how to sell your artwork online from no income to living wage, that is what I'm working on, right? And it's a powerful income stream that we have at our disposal. I've been spending the last couple months with coaches, with paid coaches who are teaching me how to get online. I'm paying copywriters. I'm paying Facebook ad managers. I'm like all kinds of like, I'm pulling it all together because the Art Boss formula and selling artwork online, like it actually comes down to math and numbers. And to me, that is super exciting. So I just want to give you a heads up that that's what's coming. So you want to watch these videos, you want to download these worksheets because the people who are coming into the whole group who are going to get that one-on-one connection with me, opportunities to talk to me and really work through their own business plans. I'm building this out. This is just the framework. So super excited. So you want to download that. So, okay. So we have our posting strategy and we have ideas of what we want to post, but now we need to work on our messaging. And we're going to continue on with that, the superhero message. We're going to continue on with that, right? Or that metaphor, right? So here's a question that I'm going to ask you. And I want you to like answer, inside the group if you can. So here's my question. Do you struggle with your social media message because it just kind of feels, I don't know, it feels icky or it feels not humble? You just feel like you're kind of bragging on yourself. I mean, is that something that you struggle with? I know I have. I know that's something that I really had to work through, and I had to I'm going to share with you the mindset reset. Like when you share your origin story with people, it's going to help you connect, right? And let's face it, we're going to talk about this later. Our product is a luxury item. So people are going to buy because they want to and because they like you. right? When you have a luxury item, you need to realize how like the whole purchase process is going to work. So that's a little hint. We're going to dig into that in like the future. We're going to dig into that in some of these upcoming videos, but I just want to kind of start raising your awareness to that. So, you know, people buy from you because they like you and they believe that you have the knowledge and the authority. So that's what we're trying to build here with our messaging. So, you know, here's how you can flip the story, right? So if it feels icky to share your story, this is how we fix it, all right? This is my question to you. Here's the question. Who is the hero in your social media story? Who's the hero? Does anybody have like some like comments? Who's the hero? Just think about it. Go to the next page of my notes. Who's the hero? All right, I have news for you. The hero is not you, it's your customer. It's your customer. So that's the mindset flip that you need to have. I know we had fun taking apart the origin story and talking about a hero and comparing our lives to heroes. That was fun. It was super fun. But the reality is, as we're starting to share our content, we need to always remember that our customer is the hero, not us. So I like to follow Donald Miller, and he is he's the creator of the Story Brand, and he is really great at kind of breaking this apart. So in the way that he breaks this apart, it goes, every sales story comes with 3 components. It comes with the hero, the quest, and the guide. So where do you think we fall in? Where do you think we fall in? So the hero is obviously our customer. The quest is their journey. It's the journey that they're solving their problem. They need to solve a problem. They have a problem. Every single time they have a problem, whether it's a problem that we have a solution for or it's a problem that the car dealership has the solution for. It's always the same process. We have to help them solve their problem. And then here we are. We're there to help them fix it, but not fix it for them. We're giving them all the steps they need to take in order to solve that problem, right? So when you're their guide, the power of being a guide is that you're creating empathy, you're creating, I know what it feels like to be there, and you're creating authority. I've been there too, all right? And I have the knowledge and the understanding. So once again, people they don't buy out of logic as much as they buy out of what they want. And then they want to buy from people that they like, and they want to buy from people who have the knowledge they need in order to purchase, all right? So that's what it's coming down to again, right? So let's think of our messaging and how we work with that. So I like movies. I already told you that. And so there are 3 movies that I can think of that have really great guides that help the hero through the story. And if you can think of one, go ahead and type it in and I'll kind of be watching. But the first one that I think of is Obi-Wan Kenobi. And who does he help? He helps Luke Skywalker, right? So he's a guide. He's been a Jedi. He knows what it's like. He even knows the backstory of Luke. He knows a whole lot more than even Luke does, even about his own personal family, right? Then there's Mr. Miyagi, you know, like wax on, wax off, Karate Kid. He is standing up for Daniel, and he is just helping him through the whole quest of learning how to be the Karate Kid. And then you have Haymitch from the Hunger Games. And then like, this is where it cut off last time. We got to my video cut off. Then there's Haymitch, and he's helping in the Hunger Games. Again, he's been there, done that. And he has a solution. Now he's kind of a crusty old grumpy guide, but he actually pulls through in the end. So those are 3 examples. So if you can think of someone else that's in your scope of movies that really helps you, that's your connection point, and that's who you're going to be emulating. And so I encourage you to think outside of the 3 I gave you, but they're really helpful to really talk through why it's important. And I'm still really using a lot of Donald Miller's information. So if you want to pop over and grab a copy of the Story Brand, it's worth the read. I mean, it's a little dry at times. I'm giving you pretty much the best part of it, you know, saving you like $15 not having to buy and then the time to read it. But this is the core to it. So how do you position your message, right? So you want to think about the 3 P's and an A. Well, yeah, 3 P's and an A. So you want to think about what is the problem, right? So every hero has a problem, and that they have to solve that problem. Also, positioning. So you are the guide, and you need to position yourself as the guide. You need to help your client see yourself as the guide. And then give them the plan. The third one's P, the plan. You're giving them the plan. You're not fixing the problem for them. You're giving them the plan to fix. You're telling them what they need to learn, what they need to do in order to fix the problem, right? Karate Kid, he had to do all the stupid like work around Mr. Miyagi's house. And at first it really upset him, but the reality is it gave him all the skills he needed to be successful, right? So the third one is the A, the action. You have to do a call to action. So here's the key to selling work online. You have to be making offers. You have to be letting people that you're connecting with know that you're a business and you're going to be making offers. Again, when we create empathy and trust, when we create authority, they're going to understand we're a business. We're not just here to have fun all the time. And our business is fun. I love being an artist, right? I don't ever want to go back to the corporate world. I want to forever be able to do this. But in order to forever be able to do this, people need to know it's a business, right? So that's kind of where you are, right? So you need to have the 3 P's in the A, right? You need to have the problem, understand the problem, have the positioning, let everybody know you're the authority figure. 3, create the plan, and then have the offer, which is the call to action. It's the action, so it's an A for action. I don't know, does this make sense? Like, give me some smiley faces or something, like, let me know that you're like, does it make sense? Or is there something that you're like, I don't get it? But the whole goal is to help you with your messaging so that you're not feeling like, I feel like I'm bragging because I'm saying I'm a superhero. Well, yeah, if your messaging is off, you're gonna sound like you're bragging. But if you can position yourself as the guide and you're helping them be a hero, that's when it starts to feel good. That's when you're like that whole thing, everybody receives it better, and it's just the key. So again, who is the hero in your social media story? Your customer. Yeah, your customer. So here's an example. I thought I would give you kind of like an example that might help you through this, because you're like, oh, this is great, Karen. But yet I still go down and kind of try to write a post, and it's really hard for me to write a post, right? So this is the what I dropped into your into the group today, and it's a PDF file, and it's called Solution is Your Product, right? So when you can come and you can identify what's the problem that your hero has, right? And then you can guide them through their journey, right? So and I have the little notches there to kind of like say, step 1, step 2, step 3, or skill 1, skill 2, skill 3. Then the solution is your product. So you always want to set up your social media using this, right? What's their problem? And then it's like, they're just obviously going to be like, well, your product fixes my problem. And you're like, yes, it does. So here's a nice example of that, right? So the problem, buying artwork can be overwhelming. I don't know where to start. Like, I don't know how many times I've had people tell me that. I don't know where to start. Like, I want a new piece. I have a boring wall, I have a bare wall, and every time I walk past it, especially right now, they're at home all day long seeing it. They're waking up in the morning afraid of COVID. By the end of the day, they're going, I want to replace that chair or that carpet or that rug, or why not that painting? Why not fix that bare spot on the wall? So when you're walking your hero through the journey, you're going to need to know what their problems are and how to solve it. So they're like, I don't know what to put there. They don't know what size. They don't know what topic. They don't know what color scheme. And so you're basically creating those steps for them so that when you're done, they're going, well, what the heck? You've got a product that fixes my problem. So when I'm going to be doing a post, I'm going to have something like this. I know that there's overwhelm in buying artwork. That's the problem. Positioning. I have artwork. I have artwork. I have a lot of artwork, right? And then the plan is like to help them collect information. Like, what size do they need? What color do they need? And like, what are some of their options, right? That's what the plan is. And then the call to action, I can do it 2 ways. My call of action could be like, you have questions, schedule a call with me. We can do a Zoom call. Right? So it'd be something like this. I'm trying to create empathy and authority, right? Like, I understand what it's like. So I understand it's fine excuse me. I understand that it's hard to find the right size of art for your wall. Let me guide you through the process of the guesstimation process of figuring out what size you need. So I'll do a little tutorial, right? And so, basically I have let them understand that they're in control and I'm their guide. But I am guiding them to my product. And so sometimes it can even be as short of a step as, I know it's really hard to pick the right size art for your wall, and they've already picked out the painting. So all I'm doing is giving them options and helping them measure. And so I may have to do a consultation call, or I might just be doing it through email and be like, I've got a 20 by 20 or a 40 by 40, which do you want? So that's how you're gonna do it, right? So always message with the problem. Always message with your solution that's gonna meet that problem. Now, when you're also infusing the origin story, that's when it starts to get even more fun, because you can talk about, the time you painted a super huge painting, like a 7 by 8 foot, and maybe you can tell them a little bit about, how difficult it was to hang. And then you have the solution is you have a tool that helps you measure and hang. And so like you can start infusing some of your pain points and things like that. So that is pretty much it. I'm just kind of pretty much wrapping it up. And I want to remind you that on Fridays, I'm here with my live show, and I'm super excited that everybody showed up and everybody came in, and thank you for your comments, and thank you for all of the just supporting me and letting me know that you're here, because sometimes doing Facebook Lives is really hard when no one's commenting. So thank you, Debbie LaPratt. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Christine and Christiane. And thank you, Amanda, because I'm just super excited that you guys are engaged, and I'm really happy that this is helping you. So every Friday on Art Boss, I'm here at noon. Share this with your friends, right? If you think they'll be interested in learning more about this, because this is your opportunity to get access to me. This is your opportunity to understand how to sell more artwork online, how to go from no income to a living wage, right? That's our goal as artists, because again, I don't want to go back to the corporate world. I would rather do something that I love and I'm passionate about every single day. But the reality is I can't unless I have an income stream. I can't do this unless I turn this into the opportunity for people to have my artwork. So when I believe that my artwork actually helps someone, which I know that it helps people, when they get it, they cry when they open it. They're grateful that I've helped them. They're super excited about my return policy so that I can reduce the stress of buying something, especially a high ticket item. There's so many ways that you can do this, but I know that I help people with my product. So I don't ever want to have to go back to the corporate world. I don't ever want to have to stop doing this. So I'm just really excited to be able to share what I'm learning and help you guys get from point A to point B, point A, making no money in the online market, to making, let's say, even a living wage. So I will see you next Friday. Again, if you could help by sharing this would be totally awesome. And I really do appreciate, and you guys know who you are, you're helping me get into other markets and helping me really spread my message. So thank you so much. And I will see you again on Friday. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to do a watch party tonight at 7. I'll announce that when I get off here. And so if you have additional questions, I'm there watching it with you, and I can answer questions. It's easier for me to answer questions while you guys are watching. So watch party at 7. Thanks. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. And now I'm like, oh, end video. I'm like, this is a whole new system with Facebook. Again, thank you for hanging in there. And I was late, but I honestly gave the presentation twice. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.